Hey gamers, it's Kwing here, and yes, I'm bringing you another review. Sorry for the delay, but I've been working on the DVD. This is of course review number 104, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen for the Nintendo Wii. Somewhere in the skies over Shanghai, Optimus Prime and the Autobots learn of the Decepticons searching for something. The Nest convoy is spotted by the Decepticons and blasts the carrier jet out of the sky. Optimus Prime evacuates the plane before it explodes into a burst of flames. The free-falling opening level is one of the most fun intro stages ever created. Then it's all downhill from here. The Wii game makes use of transforming for special moves only, unlike the other Revenge of the Fallen games. For some reason, the developers thought it would be fun to add puzzle-solving elements to the Transformers game. Great! Campaign mode is the story for the game, and it covers only 15 missions. The Autobots are trying to prevent the Decepticons from collecting these strange pieces of ancient Cybertronian technology. Revenge of the Fallen for the Wii is a side-scrolling 3D beat-em-up arcade-style game, and you would think this game would be fun, but it's so not. Yet again, the blasted God of War boss battles rear its ugly head again. I'm really getting sick of this, and most of the bosses make use of combo attacks. Look, enough is enough already. Players only get to drive in the car for one level, and it's a predestined path. This mode also allows you to transform into a robot for a few seconds in bullet time. Arena mode is the two-player co-op feature for this game, and here you and a friend can take on wave after wave after wave of Deceptijerks. And it's actually pretty fun. Still, this game could have been a lot better if the whole game was two-player, since most beat-em-up games are. But this game is bearable at best. After 15 minutes of this game, not only does it become dull, but severely broken as well. Keeping up with most Waggle Rock Wii games, players shake the Wiimote to attack. There's a shocker for you. So yep, it's another shovelware game, and a terrible one at that. Okay, shooting is actually more fun in this game than the last Transformers game. Holding in the B button fires your guns, and holding in the Z button will actually charge your particle cannons to deliver a bigger punch. Sideways is pretty cool to play as, but we really didn't get to see him in action, because he got a splitting headache from Sideswipe. Anyway, since this is a beat-em-up game, your Transformer must have a special attack. It's a must. Well, in this game, you can only do it 3 times, and you have to recharge your meter by killing more bots. Go figure. The visuals have been improved just a little bit since the last game, although for Wii standards today, it's garbage, especially after seeing titles like Sega's Conduit. Ooh yeah. The textures for the stages are okay in this game, but it's really hard to see any major improvements for the Transformers, because the game's camera zooms away and makes your robots appear very small. Cutscenes in this game are downright pathetic at times. They aren't even CG at all. Actually, they're in-game scenes, although the graphics appear a bit more blurry and pixelated at times. Let's check out the old game. Take the cutscenes. Notice how they're CG and they look somewhat decent. The Transformer size is more accurate to that of the movies, and it's more of an open-ended game, unlike Revenge of the Fallen for Wii, that is a beat-em-up. The explosions look a lot better in that game too, and Ironhide is not as detailed as he is in Revenge of the Fallen, but at least they got his size correct. Just about everything in that game could be destroyed. I know Ironhide isn't supposed to destroy stuff, but I'm just illustrating a point. Unlike the last game, Revenge of the Fallen is not a fully destructible environment-based game. Only certain parts of the game allow you to destroy minor obstacles in your way, either by running through them or sometimes destroying them with your melee attacks, which is really lame. Revenge of the Fallen for Wii kind of follows the same plot of the movie, but it has different outcomes, locations, and bots. Like instead of Sideswipe chasing after Sideways, you have Bumblebee. The only time the Transformers transform back and forth is during the cutscenes, which is an epic fail. Why the developers decided to add the vehicle stages in this game is beyond me. While these stages are very short, at least the players have the ability to transform at their will. Now, why the developer made the Wii game decided to go the way of the PSP to remove transforming from the game, I have no idea. Wrong move by Chrome Studios. Now, this developer is responsible for some decent games, but the only impressive one that comes to mind is lightsaber duels for the Wii. Only the Wii owners get to play as Jetfire, although to be fair, he's not as cool as he could have been. Jetfire was a massive transformer, not to mention he was one of my favorite Autobots as a child, because he was once a Decepticon that found redemption as an Autobot. Now in the game you play as him in the desert level, and it's kind of fun to smack around the little Decepticreeps. Just like in the movie, Megatron does kill Prime. I know, major spoiler. Revenge of the Fallen uses lame in-game cutscenes to tell the story, which is pathetic. If you actually look at the older 2007 Transformers game, it looked pretty well done. Remember how the last game too, you could always transform whenever you want? I mean, Transformers transform, right? That's cool. In this game, the only time you transform is when you need to do a special attack, which, they look okay, but it's the whole point of Transformers is to be able to go from car or jet to robot. Otherwise, you're just left with a robot game and a very bad beat-em-up on at that. The free roaming ability was actually pretty cool, and I like that about the last game. For this Wii game, however, leaves one feeling this void of emptiness because it's a terrible, terrible beat-em-up. I loved how Barricade could remodel the entire neighborhood as he saw fit. In the recent game, however, you can blow up maybe ships and some objects that are in your way. That's it. My wife mentioned this next one. She said the robots are so small that they look like tiny colored gorillas. And you know what? She's right, as always. Another issue I have with this game is why can you only play as 4 Autobots and 3 Decepticons? That's pretty pathetic. I was shocked about this issue, though, and I really don't need to explain how bad it is. Just looking at it describes my whole complaint for me. Most glitches occur during gameplay or intense action sequences, not during cutscenes. So then when it started, the game didn't allow me to progress at all, and Prime would just keep falling right through the level design again and again and again and again. It was downright hilarious. I really didn't get angry at this point. This game is so pathetic to begin with that I was laughing so hard I was crying. Nothing I did seemed to work, so for me it was just the final nail in the coffin for Revenge of the Fallen for the Wii. Just like Transformers the game for the Wii, Revenge of the Fallen also is plagued with terrible camera controls. Personally, I hate the Decepticons, but the only real good part of this game is playing Starscream stages. What's up with that? This is the only time in the game that it was worthy of my time. The music for this game was surprisingly very well done, considering that they didn't spend as much time on the game as they did the music. Since this game is marketed toward kids, there's no lives or game overs. So once you die, you start at the last place you died. While the multiplayer may not be online, at least it was fun. 2 players could take on many waves of bots, and survival came from using teamwork. Who would have thunk? This mode can honestly just go on and on and on. Plus, it got really addicting for me and the missus to play. I'm really sorry, gamers, but I don't really have anything nice to say about this game. It's just bad no matter how you divide it. Plagued with shoddy controls, no transforming other than super moves, 6 bots to play as, and boring gameplay. So I'm more than happy to award this game with a hideous 2 out of 10. This game is one royal pain in the diode. This game is so bad that it doesn't deserve to be disposed of in a scrap heap. It needs to be incinerated. I've played some pretty lame games in my day, and this one is one I will remember for years, and not in a good way. It's Kwing saying God bless and happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching as always. See ya.